let's get to the video that I've been wanting to check out because I didn't know it existed until now, right? This thing has been out for like what, a year, since a year ago. It's a FNAF video, as you can see in the title, by the title. Five Nights at Freddy triple feature. Yeah. Here, let me show you. Five Nights at Freddy triple feature by the YouTube channel Secret4Studio. So it's 2 hours long. We're gonna check out like maybe the first 20-30 minutes. I don't know. Then you gotta go check it out for yourself. I might do a part 2. Nah, I don't know. If you guys ask for it, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Links to the video will be in the description below. Check it out. Inspired by FNAF lore. Oops. The events depicted in this movie are fictitious and not considered canon. Inspired by FNAF lore created by Scott Cawthon. Five Nights at Freddy's. What's in the box? What's in the box? Sorry, I had to.
I remember this scenario, however. It's a strange thing to want to do, to come here.
Fair enough.
This story starts with a tragedy. When five...
Is that Annie? League of Legends, Annie, right here.
Innocent children were kidnapped from Freddy Fazbear. Starts with a tragedy. When five...
Okay, you see that kid right here? Annie, League of Legends. Watch. League of Legends is a MOBA, a multiplayer online battle arena. See that kid? See that kid? Yeah, bro. That's dope. Shout out to them for, doing that.
5 innocent children were kidnapped from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and no one could find them. Time flew, but despite their efforts, the police were still unable to find any...
I feel like they need to turn the background music down just a little bit, and that way the audio, the voice can like stand out just a little bit more, so that we can understand what they're saying, but still be kind of like, not as loud or not as, up front. Anyway.
Any information about the missing children. And then, one day, 3 strangers, who were driven by the same desire to uncover the truth, decided to start their own investigation. It was hard to say, was it a coincidence, or was it intended by fate? But on the same day, in the same place, these 3 strangers met each other. And that place was the pizzeria from where the children were kidnapped. Among those strangers was a police detective by the name Brian Clark, the person who couldn't just witness the unsuccessful work of his colleagues and decided to start his own investigation off the book. Another stranger was a private detective by the name Jeremy Fitzgerald, a master of his craft who was hired by a mother of a missing child. The last stranger was me, Linda Jones, a news reporter from Arkham Advertiser. The person who was planning, no matter what, to discover the
Arkham
truth
Advertiser?
and find the missing kids.
Are we in Gotham? We gotta be in Gotham, right? FNAF in Gotham. That'll be a good story, actually.
And also to find out what really happened to my colleague and good friend Ben Richard, who was brutally murdered while working on this case before me.
Ben Richard found dead.
Since we all had the same goal, we decided to join our forces and discover the truth behind the children's disappearance together.
But
Yeah.
they low-key look like they could be
Together.
They low-key look like they could be characters from like a Resident Evil 3 or like the original Resident Evil 3 or Resident Evil 2 game.
Yet there are secrets, doors to which should never be opened.
Is that Lefty?
In total, our team consisted of 4 people. There was me, Brian, Jeremy, and Vincent. Vincent was a humble and quite unsociable man who was working for Brian. While being undercover, he was working as a day shift security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria and was providing us with useful information.
So he survived more than 5 nights.
Our target was the owner of the pizzeria, Daniel Smith, or rather to say his office. Based on Vincent's information, there was a secret room located in that office, behind which we were expecting to find the missing children, or at least some information about them. To get in that secret room, you had first to press a hidden button beneath Daniel's table. That would set off a mechanism which would open a way to the locked door. A key to that locked door was always with Daniel Smith on his neck. Yet, that was not a big problem for us, as almost every lock could be easily broken. And luckily, I was a specialist in that. As for Daniel Smith himself, not much was known about him. Only that a few years back, he inherited the family business from his father after he died. Daniel Smith also had a younger brother by the name Fritz Smith. Yet he had gone missing several months ago, and nobody had seen him since then. According to Brian's words, Daniel Smith was a true evil in the flesh, the person who we should all be afraid of. Brian used to interrogate him several times in the past, and based on his word...
What about, William Emily? All right, yeah, and like, what? Anyway, no, Henry Emily and William, pink, purple guy.
Never in his life has he seen such an evil and dangerous look as he witnessed in Daniel Smith's eyes. But Daniel Smith was not our main problem. Something else, created by him, was causing a bigger threat to us. And because of those things, we were not able to simply break into the pizzeria in the middle of the night.
So far, the story, I know I keep pausing it, but it's a reaction, so chill. So far, the story for this is actually pretty good. Like, I like how they're introducing everything. I do like it when creators take the story and make it kind of their own, instead of like following the story that's laid out for them by the creator.
Hard to imagine how Daniel Smith was able to create those animatronics and make them freely move around the pizzeria during the night. But in case they saw someone, they would immediately attack him. Due to that, one thing was obvious. Getting in there during a night without any help from inside would be too dangerous. But we quickly managed to find a solution to this problem. Through the entire week, every night, we were actively making diversions near the pizzeria. And those kind of actions eventually would achieve their goal, as it forced Daniel Smith to hire a night shift security guard to look after the pizzeria and straight away inform him if anything happens. And thanks to our efforts, Jeremy was hired to this position as a night shift security guard.
So he's like a secret
Yet,
agent.
even though we now had our people inside, still getting into Daniel Smith's office turned out not to be an easy task. Starting on the first night, everything went not according to plan. Jeremy said that it was too dangerous for me to get inside of the building, as he still could not understand how exactly those animatronics were moving around the pizzeria and with what time frame.
That's a good question, because like Jeremy is a part of a group that knows the animatronics are moving around at night, but they don't know how. So you volunteered or you were selected to go inside this pizzeria at night as like an undercover agent type shit. And you know these things attack you on sight. So what was your plan going in on this, my guy?
I hope he's okay down there.
Well, there's one way to find out. Hey, Jeremy, are you still alive down there?
Dude sounds like Hank Hill.
Of course.
I'll sell
Do you
propane and
already
propane
expect me to die
accessories.
soon?
Who knows? Who knows? So, how are things down there?
Well, right now, I look at the monitors, drink coffee, and play with a mask of a... I think it's a bear. Yep.
With the mask of the bear?
Yeah, I know. It might sound funny, but according to the pizzeria owner's words,
If those animatronics see me, I have to put it on straight away, since then they will consider me
as one of their own and won't try to attack me.
Of course, it does sound stupid, but just in case, I keep it close to me.
Good.
It does sound funny. Anyway, keep us informed if something happens.
Will do. Over.
What do you think? Will we find those 5 missing kids in there?
I hope. And by the way, there were actually 6 of them.
6?
Oh shit.
Yes. The boy named
Golden
Tim.
Freddy. Timmy.
It was a quite old and very complicated case, way before me.
Timmy?
All I know is that missing kid, how to say this properly, he was not mentally healthy, and due to that, almost zero information was presented to the public.
That is
Timmy.
weird. I had done some research before, but haven't seen anything about the 6th one. This is strange.
Trust me, I know the feeling. But we live in Arkham, and here, strange things are common. But don't worry, I bet soon we will find those kids, or at least some information about their fate. We just need to get into that room.
We will.
That's the spirit.
Timmy.
Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you for your advice, Vincent. I'll be sure to do so. Okay, let's see. What's going on down there? Where did you go?
Oh shit. Hold up. How come we didn't hear any how come we didn't hear it stepping up in front of us? Like we didn't hear this shit walking at all, bro. That shit's ninja like. That shit just popped up like, hello, Clarice. I thought only Golden Freddy could teleport.
Turned out, Daniel Smith was not lying. And the mascot mask did help. But as we soon will find out, there was something else in that pizzeria, which would not be fooled by that mask.
The puppet.
On the second night, things went smoother, as I was able to sneak in. Yet, as soon as I got in, new obstacles appeared in my way.
Wait.
Despite the fact that Jeremy was assured
How did all three of you get the job there and not just Jeremy? How did you get in?
that he accurately learned the behavior and movement routes of those animatronics, as soon as I got in, they all began a targeted hunt for me.
All right, Linda, it seems to be clear. You may go.
Can't even get to the mask, bro. She's fucked. Chica? Boom, boy. Chica? That sucks that every time you take your eyes off of them, they teleport in front of you. You gotta keep all of them in one sight. Run, bitch. Surprised Chica didn't kill you. Really surprised Chica didn't get you.
Linda, are you alive down there?
Yeah, I am fine.
It's over with.
It is impossible to convey the shock I felt when I saw them. I was certain that I was doomed. Yet to my surprise, they stayed motionless.
That's
For
because they're
more
strung
than
out.
3 hours, I had to be in that room with them, all the time staring at their terrifying appearance, while being afraid to look away, and at the same time, hearing constant footsteps behind the door.
You couldn't take a nap? Damn, that sucks. Ow, jerk.
Can't imagine how I didn't lose my mind that night. In the end, when it all went quiet, Jeremy helped me to get out from that horrible room. As later on we would find out from Vincent, those were the old models of animatronics from the previous pizzeria who were kept here for spare parts.
Now they start moving? Seriously? Oh, because it says security. Ah, shit.
In the end, I was still not able to reach Daniel Smith's office. But at least now I had some knowledge of what to expect from this place. At least, I believed so. But I was wrong. As on the third night, we had faced new and more serious problems.
All right, I think you're clear to go. Just wait for my signal and then rush towards the door next to you.
Okay.
Ready, steady, and... What in the world?
Chica's found you, bro. It's over with. I don't think it's gonna work.
Come on, go away already. Good.
Don't take that shit off yet, bro.
And who in the world are you?
He's here. He's here. No, it's just Fredbear. Not psychic friend, just Fredbear. Oh shit. Ooh, you got lucky. Yo, quick question. How come we have never seen anybody in the FNAF universe just like move the clock forward? Like they're there for the first 10 minutes before the animatronics start moving, and like, you know, they slowly move the clock forward, and by the time it hits like, I don't know, 30 minutes or some shit, it's the little bell sounds. Like as soon as you see one of them start moving around on the camera, get ready to sound the bell and see if they go back, because they might just like it might just be the bell that's making them go back instead of, you know, surviving till 5 a.m. How the animatronics know it's 5 a.m.? They don't know what time. What, you know what I'm saying? They don't know that shit. They just hear the bell and you survive. So how come nobody has tried to move the clock forward so that the bell goes off sooner? I'm asking for a friend. It's me. I'm the friend.
So, Jeremy, is it clear? Can I go?
Hey guys, what's going on down there? Do you need my help?
No, it is better for you to stay in the car and make sure that we don't have any unexpected visitors. I'll try to find out what is going on down there on my own.
I like the character models, the voice acting. I'm glad they have voice acting. Like some people wouldn't even go that far. And I love that it's an original story and that, you know, it's just being told separate from the canon. I like it. They took the time to make their own original story with it too.
It is hard to describe what we witnessed that
Weird.
night.
Weird.
Was it just a malfunction? Or something else that made the older versions of the animatronics start a hunt for us? Based on Vincent's words, there was no way old animatronics could be activated, as there was not a power source in them. Yet, we were certain in what we witnessed that night.
R.I.P.
And those visions of the girl. She was among the missing kids. What was really going on in that pizzeria? Yet, despite all the difficulties and fears, we were still not planning to give up. But on the fourth night, things went even worse.
R.I.P. Oh shit, it's a baby.
there?
More or less fine. Those things are trying to break inside, but I managed to hold them off.
Hold on there. I'll try to distract them.
I think there's no need in that. I managed to build a small barricade here, so it should withstand.
You better try to get to Daniel's office.
Okay.
Oh, there's Freddy. Here's Freddy. And Puppet? Oh shit, you might be screwed. We might be saved. I don't know, depending on how Puppet feels about you. Puppet runs the show. It's the Puppet Master. Yo, he saved her. I told you she was the Puppet Master.
We did manage to survive that night, physically. As for our mental condition,
Okay.
well, here everything was worse. It was already hard to understand what was real and what was just
Giggity.
a trick of our imaginations. For some reason, animatronics in Pizzeria
Don't go down. Don't
were
go too far down.
acting differently.
All right, cool.
Those who were newer models were simply wandering in the pizzeria at night and only tried to attack when they noticed a human. While older versions of animatronics were purposefully trying to get to Jeremy, and it seemed that only he was interesting to them. This all had something to do with that weird-looking animatronic in the form of a puppet, who was definitely in charge of the others, and those visions that it showed me. In all of them, I have seen a missing girl by the name Elsa. That same girl whose mother hired Jeremy to find her. All of this was so confusing. But on the other hand,
Side boob.
there were 5 missing kids, and the same amount of animatronics right now were trying to get to Jeremy. What if? But
Yeah, the
that would
5
then mean
kids.
that we are already too late. No, I don't want to believe in that.
You're late.
The 5th night was expecting us ahead. The night
You're late, and not just in the late as in you're late for class, like, you know, you're late to the party type shit. Not just, and even unfortunately not for you, you're not just late as in like Miss Aunt Flo is coming through. She's not late. But you're late as in like, let's get out of here. But it's too late. Type for late.
when we finally achieved our goal.
To break in here. I need...
Jeremy, hold on. I am on my way to you.
You know what? That's enough for now. That was 22 minutes of the movie, the triple threat, the triple feature. Let me know what you guys think. I'm interested. I'm curious. I like where the story is going. I'm glad they have voice acting. The character design is pretty good, and it's original story better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be mad at this. This is nice. I like it. It's nice. I like it. But anyway, yeah. Links will be in the description below. Check it out.